Speaking of government shutdown, you know, I really do think that it has something to do with the Atlas 3. It can't be anything else but that. It's just too coincidental. Now there's new information about that Atlas 3 showing that the shit has jets on it. Has some sort of thrusters or something. So they found out some news about it. I was watching it earlier. It's like a quick video.
And now an update on a story that we have been following here at Newsmax, that strange interstellar visitor turning heads among the scientific community. Big questions still remain about 3I Atlas. Now, a lawmaker is pressing NASA for new images of the space phenomenon. And could it also have a traveling companion? We welcome back Dr. Avi Loeb. He's an astrophysicist at Harvard University for an update on this. Okay, last time you were here, we were waiting to see if this object would seem to maneuver as it got closer to the sun or do anything. What's the verdict there?
Well, thanks for having me. It did maneuver. It deviated from the path that we would have expected it to go through if its trajectory was sculpted by gravity alone. And the amount of boost to its velocity was equivalent to a jet.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yep, another interstellar object in between 3 Atlas and Earth. You know, I honestly think that's what the government shutdown is going on. They're like, you know what? We could prepare for the worst. We don't know what this thing is. Or we could just give people their fucking EBT. I'm telling you, if this 3I Atlas thing wasn't a thing, there would be no government shutdown. I told you, coincidentally. Hey! Now, I told you, coincidentally, that as soon as 3I Atlas went, as soon as it was passing Mars, where NASA has the rovers that could take pictures of this craft, this mothership, this whatever, right? Coincidentally, there was a government shutdown. Why else would there be one? There's really no real explanation outside of Atlas 3.
Carrying 5 billion tons of matter that would give it a recoil. Now, as of this morning, some observers noticed that it has a set of jets around it, more than 7.
The shit has 7 jets around it. You know, I think the government doesn't know what this thing is. We don't know. We would never know how to fight something like this. We would never know how to deal with something like this. They're saving resources. That's why there's a government shutdown. You won't really know, like nobody's going to know what's going to happen with their SNAP benefits until we figure out what this thing is.
Some headed towards the sun, some away from the sun. It's a spectacular view that we have right now after it passed closest to the sun on October 29th. It became bluer than the sun.
And how the fuck does it get bluer than the sun? So whatever this thing is, it got so hot, but it didn't turn. I think it was supposed to turn orange or something like that, but it got actually bluer than the sun. Yes, it got hotter than the sun. So whatever this thing is can actually withstand the heat to get super duper close to the sun. So this is some type of tech that's been around billions of years before us. We're so new. We're like, sometimes I really forget how much of a new species we really are when it comes to technology. You know, you really think about it. Quantum physics is what, about a little bit over a century old. Like we really are like very, very young in the universe as a species. And sometimes I forget that. I'm like, man, I wish we could just have this, that, but we're just not capable yet. Unless something like this comes here and shows us more. Am I tapped into the Kardashev scale? Yeah, we just don't have the tech for something like that. Like if we were on a Kardashev scale, wavelength, right? If we were a Kardashev scale species, I would say, the world would be completely different. We would be multi-planetary, no problem. We'd be belter living, no problem. Here's the thing. Whatever the fuck this thing is, I don't think it would be coming to destroy us, because it could already do that. Unless, at least I don't know right now, unless they're going to send probes here and fuck us all up, or send probes here to take shit over us, enslave us, morph us into a better planet, coming here to steal our planet. I really don't know. I guess we'll find out.
was 5 times brighter than it was before it came close to the sun.
Wow.
So the action is happening right now, and in the coming days and weeks, we should learn much more about it.
All right, so look, I'm a novice, right? But as you said, it got close to the sun. It changed colors because it got hotter. Wouldn't that be natural, though, as it was more impacted by the sun's gravitational pull and it got closer to the sun? So you're saying that this is something more than that, which would naturally happen.
It did get hotter, but it's still much cooler than the surface of the sun, which is 5,800 degrees. And so we would expect it to be redder than the sun, but it became bluer than the sun. And the question is why? And that's not fully understood. Also, the kind of velocity kick that it got should have released a lot of matter. It's not clear that we're seeing it. There is no cometary tail.
Right.
What we see is a set of jets around it as of this morning, and we have to figure out what exactly is going on there.
Okay, so it was on a trajectory to leave our solar system. Real quick, is that the path that we're still watching for, or has this maneuver taken it on a different course?
So far, it's a small maneuver. The key question is whether it released any smaller objects, probes towards the planets. And of course, we should watch our sky close to Earth. I asked my research team at the Galileo project to analyze data in the coming months to figure it out. And also NASA can watch out the vicinity of Mars. And so we very much look forward to having more data that will guide us.
Okay.
It's like a detective story.
Yeah, it really is. And Doctor, and real quick, because I just have a minute left. Last time you were here, you pegged it at about a 40% possibility that this had some form of intelligence maybe behind it. Where are you now on that? And then quickly, there is this other object that is now also another interstellar object from outside our solar system we're tracking. Just talk to us real briefly about both of those things.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for the coming days and weeks, because we will get much more data as it gets closer to the Earth. We have hundreds of telescopes on Earth and also space telescopes that will observe it. So in a blind date of interstellar proportions, it makes much more sense to observe the other side rather than to have a premature opinion. With respect to a second object, I haven't seen that data.
Okay, all right. Well, the plot is definitely thickening because there is this other object that is now out there, and we're going to check back with you if that's okay. Astrophysicist at Harvard University, Dr. Av.
Yeah, I heard about the whole government shutdown when Congress fails to pass funding laws. I did hear about that bullshit, but you know what you're hearing more than that? This. So it's just speculation. So the whole Congress failing to pass laws, complete speculation.
At LowTierGod, I think it has something to do with the pyramids. You do remember we found out how deep the pyramids went into the ground and what structures it might have. Maybe aliens don't want us to find out, or maybe they do.
I don't know. You know, our whole existence is a big mystery. You know? Imagine this, chat. Our entire species, the only answers we have are out of random books. Up is that all you could do is crack open a Bible or Quran or this or that. We don't know shit about ourselves. Not a damn thing. We don't know the history of man. The real history, not these stupid wars and everything like that. We're talking about the deep-rooted origin of humanity. We don't know. You know, that's what I think fucks human beings up the most. If we knew more about ourselves, if we knew the core of who we were as a species, I feel like there would be less chaos. I feel like there would be less anarchy. But we're a blind species on a planet. It's equivalent to, let's just take a random island and throw a bunch of stray dogs on there. What's going to happen? Yeah, there's going to be communities of dogs that are more structured than others, believe it or not, right? That's the way it works. But evidently, it's the same thing. You put a bunch of dogs on an island, there's going to be dogs that click up, conquer the other dogs that are more powerful, so on and so forth. We don't know a damn thing about the Earth. We don't know a damn thing about ourselves. We don't know who put the moon in the sky, which is a mega structure. We don't know a damn thing. All we have is books. That's what fucks up humanity. If we knew more answers, we'd be more in tune with who and what we actually are as a species. Especially when we don't come from this planet. Shit, burn the books. I mean, shit, we might as well. It doesn't really teach us anything. My opinion on Jesus Christ, like I always say, an extraterrestrial in human skin. It's equivalent. You know what? You know what the story of Jesus reminds me of? It reminds me of the story of Alien, except for whatever comes out of whatever it's probed in, it doesn't kill. So you look at the story of Jesus, right? God was like, all right, I'm going to choose a virgin. I'm going to choose the most purest woman that I can find on earth. I'm going to probe this embryo into this virgin that has never actually had sex. And then from that virgin, a powerful being is going to be born that could commit miracles, that actually isn't human, but is cloaked in human skin to, you know, kind of relate to what's already on earth. When you think about it, why was Jesus killed? Because he had powers. If God never flexed that he can walk on water, turn water into wine, make blind people see, it's the story of X-Men. If you walk outside right now, you got telekinesis and you're fucking everything up, the whole army and whole National Guard is gonna take you down. It's gonna be just like that. Everybody in here, you get powers, the whole National Guard is trying to take you down, probably you, or now that there's science, do research on you, so on and so forth. Mere humans, you know, we thought we killed the extraterrestrial. The extraterrestrial arose from the dead because the extraterrestrial is immortal, right? Moved that big ass rock, left, dipped. We never seen anything godly again. That's my thoughts on Jesus. An extraterrestrial cloaked in human skin. Wasn't he killed so he could pay? But he was never killed though. God never died. Jesus never died. How do you die if you resurrect? Think about it. The tech that was involved to put an embryo inside of a virgin. How do you kill that? As a mere human being, you think you kill it, but you didn't. We don't possess the tech to take out anything extraterrestrial. Do I think aliens are already more? Yeah, I believe there's species here already for sure. I believe species have been visiting here. Why would they just dip and never come back? Why would every single species from the past just leave? They're here in secret. I don't think human beings run this planet. That's my prediction. There's no way we run this shit ourselves. We're answering to something that is unearthly. UFO in Turkey in 2009, I didn't. ChatGPT said Atlas 3 is a comet. Comets don't have tails in the front. I thought we kind of discussed that already. Thought we did that, yeah? Angels and demons. You already know what that is. Demons, fallen angels, angels. It's as simple as this. Without even having to say too much. Different ranks, obviously. We could just skip up to the angelic. I mean, there's a whole legion of angels. It's like an intergalactic military. That's basically what angels are. An intergalactic military, advanced tech beyond compare. We can never have the power to fuck with anything intergalactic. Even with the extra dimensional, right? That's where you get the reptilians, the Anunnakis, Satan, so on and so forth. Dark Fleet. Yeah, we're such peons in the universe. It's not even funny. We don't have anything cool or special about us. We're just fucking organic AI and dumbass versions of it. Why does everything have to be a conspiracy? Because we don't know anything about ourselves. So now you have to basically look into common sense. And I always talk about this type of shit, but it's just common sense. Why can your cat survive in the wilderness if you throw it outside right now better than you? Why does your dog live in the desert easier than you? because your humanoid body is not from this planet. You're just born on it. Nature does not complement, Earth does not complement human beings. Everything on this planet kills us. I honestly think cancer is something that's inside the Earth that kills humans slowly but surely. Like, I don't think cancer is a man-made thing. I think it's an Earth thing. I think it's an earthly disease. I mean, we're basically dying slow right now. Every day we wake up, we're dying slow. Who knows? We're probably not even supposed to age as rapidly as we do. We're just in the wrong climate. Cancer is a product of oxygen. Thank you. We're thinking in the same wavelength here. Just what I said, Earth is a silent killer of human beings because we're on a foreign planet. It only makes sense. If you really just think about it as common sense. Allergies, dust. Like, when you really look at yourself as a human being, look at the small little key point things about yourself that shows you don't belong here. You got eyelashes, that's a filtration system to help stop that microscopic pollen that would get in your eye and disrupt, which is why you have to blink. You ever hold your eyes open for a long time in this atmosphere and it starts to burn? Because this is not where humanoid bodies are from. You have to blink because there's consistent dust and bullshit going to your eyes, but your eyelashes, what some bitches think is just a vanity thing, right? It's really meant to keep out those microscopic dust mites that could go in your eyeballs, which cause your eyes to burn when you open them for too long, which is why you have to blink. Common fucking sense. You have nose hair. Why the fuck would you have nose hair? Nose hair to help stop some of those microscopic pollens that cause you to sneeze, right? Which is why you have allergies. Why would you have allergies on a planet you're from? We're a humanoid species on a foreign planet. Little small ear hair, all this shit, right? All the hair, right? From our fucking nose hair to our eyelashes, eyebrows, everything. If you really look at where the hair is placed, it's to stop all these microscopic pollens and everything like that from, you can't stop it, right? But you can stop some of it. These are all filtration systems in a sense. These are filters. Your eyelashes, filters. Your eyebrows, filter. Your nose hair, filters. Ear hair, filters. Even if you don't have long ear hair, filters. Are STDs created by Earth? Well, here's the thing. STDs started BC by human animals. Gabby Mishma, shout out for the 3 months. Is a BC disease. It came from shepherds and Egyptians because they say sheep's boxes look like female box. So they was their cattle. So it came from bestiality. That's where a lot of these transmitted diseases came from, bestiality, which is why condoms is a fucking BC thing. You said, dude, stop? No, I'm dead serious. Go look it up. You think I'm just shooting words out of my ass? Oh, you thought TDs was modern day shit. No, TDs are so old, they're before Christ. Don't think aliens would be empathetic or apathetic to us humans. Apathetic. Well, let me ask you this. Your technology is so far advanced. You pull up on a planet, you see a bunch of fucking with bow and arrows and fucking spears, and you got tech. All right, put it like this. Let's make it simpler. You're a Kryptonian from Krypton, and you pull up on one of these, and you pull up on a planet, but the whole planet is with bows and arrows and spears. What do you do? Do you conquer the people, or do you just like come down as gods and you're gonna conquer them anyway? So why kill them? You could conquer without killing, especially if your tech is more advanced. You conquer without killing. It's simple. Let's just say this. It's far-fetched, right? Let's just use our imaginations. Alien crafts come here, take over our atmosphere, start hopping up on ships. Do you think we're just gonna start shooting pistols and shit? Some people will try, but those people will die. No, human beings are gonna bend the knee off rip. And then people are going to think that whatever comes off these ships are gods or is God. The military would crumble. The military would have to bend the knee. They would try, but they would bend it. But this is not fucking Independence Day. Every alien movie you see is just fake. We could never beat an intergalactic species. We could never beat their weaponry. Every alien movie you see is fake. It's the most arrogant shit. Now look, I love a good alien film, but it's so unrealistic. Just like when you watch Prey and they had some dressed up as Nightwolf beating an intergalactic being with crazy weaponry, homing missiles, invincibility cloaks, like get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it was watchable, but it was complete fake. If aliens found us, GG, bro, come on now, they already did. What do you think? What do you think of fucking Anunnakis and fucking God and everything is? Extra dimensional entities would mean an alien. You're not of Earth. And angels, everything. None of this shit's from Earth. Where do you, honestly, God, where do you guys think you came from? We're doing the same thing that we're doing the same thing that God did, right? We're creating AI. Human beings are nothing but organic AI. See, their tech is just better. We can't create organic AI. The best we could probably do is try to clone something, but we're stealing somebody else's tech. All we're doing is reverse engineering tech. What you are is tech. I'm tech. You're tech. Everybody in here is tech. When you take a shit, that's tech. When you piss, that's tech. When you eat, that's tech. When you eat that food and your body breaks down the stomach acids, breaks down what's in there, takes the proteins out, you shit it out, you piss, that's tech. We don't have that type of tech. The human body is so far and advanced in tech, we can never replicate it and do something different. Like we can't just create, you know what, fuck it. We'll just create Superman. Since God created humans, we'll create we don't have that type of tech. Intelligent personality, whatever you want to call it, you get what I'm saying. I'm just a mere human just like you. Yeah, we are a machine. Everything about us acts exactly like a machine, but a far advanced one. We're a self-thinking machine, organic machine. Yeah, we don't have metal under our skin and things like that, but this is tech. What I'm doing right now, that's tech. My eyeballs, tech. Me speaking to you through vocal cords, tech. Self-thinking, tech. Being an imaginative species, tech. If we're capable of free will, how does that make us a machine? I just told you. Whatever created us, God, right? The deity that created us gave us that. Gave us the ability for free will. It's easy common sense. Where's your evidence? Research and common sense. Quick question. Did you eat today? Where you said, where's my evidence? Did you eat food today? Did your body move today? Did you think today? Bro, you're walking tech. That's common sense as a human being to know you're created by a being or a group of beings that are so far advanced in tech and science and mathematics that we couldn't possibly fucking fathom. We can't even recreate the eyeball. Somebody loses an eye. We don't have the ability to recreate what makes an eyeball to give somebody the tech to be able to see again. We're just not capable. We're too young of a species. Like I said, quantum physics is barely over a century old. Ass hair a filter? We could throw some comedy in there. Hey, but look. Hey, look. So look. Some people don't get ass hair. You know what I mean? Just like I'm not a hairy guy on my arm. Some people are really hairy. That's genetics at that point. Nah, it's just a lot we don't know about ourselves. So this all came from, if anybody's wondering how I started talking about this, it's simply because I do personally believe that the government shutdown is because of the Three-Eye Atlas, for sure. That's honestly what I think it is. NASA doesn't know what's going on. Other space agencies don't know what's going on. The best thing they could do is use all the resources based off of a government shutdown. Say, the SNAP benefits, this is a serious issue. We'll come back when we figure out what is actually going on. You said SpaceX launched a secret rocket. Yeah, when Elon went on, shout out for the first candy of the stream. When Elon went on Joe Rogan, when Joe Rogan was asking him about Three-Eye Atlas, he was so vague about about what he was talking about, he was extremely vague. You think Elon don't know what the fuck is going on? He has some indication. But when you're in a place of power, you don't want to spook the people, right? You don't ever want to spook the people and cause more chaos. Rothschilds do. Who do you think is in charge of the Rothschilds? Who do you think they answer to? Government shutdown is for the come on, bro. Nobody give a fuck about no fucking Epstein. You think the government shutdown is over a hell? Probed by aliens? Your product. You're a walking, living, breathing product. You know what else is spooky about being a human being, right? Ask yourself this question. As a human being, why the fuck do I have the ability to dream? What does that really mean? You know? Like, what does it really mean? Like, are my dreams supposed to be clues to my life path? So did the creator install the ability to dream to give you some sort of lucid direction? Yeah, cats do dream. Cobalt dreams a lot. He be like, in his sleep and shit like that. But why did the creator give living things the ability to dream? We can't even tap into what animals. The way animals navigate on the earth is completely different from humans. Animals are in one with nature. We're not. Yeah, jellyfish. Like, the ocean is a prime indication this is an alien planet. That's a prime indication. Everything about the ocean shows this is an alien world. How come a turtle can live from the 1800s to now? We can't. Because they're native to the planet. What is this image? Why is it spooking you out? Yeah, exactly. It's just, you know, I always think about this type of stuff. I don't ever think normal shit throughout the day. I just be, you know, my brain just yearns for answers that I'll never get the answers to. The 100, that shit was fire, bro. Loved it. I loved it so much, I'm afraid to finish it. One of the last seasons, ATV shut up for the 30 months. You said this image is globberish soup. It's okay to think like that as a human being. I can't combat you for that. We're blind to it all anyway, right? I know there's plenty of creatures on the planet that don't live longer. That's not what I was getting at. BBQ conspiracy pyramid, that's crazy. Has nothing to do with barbecue. I'm all for a good barbecue joke, but this ain't what that is. You said don't say that. The information is very easily accessible if you're on the frequency. That's what I'm saying. I'm on the fucking frequency, but the average human being is not. Average human being is just waking up, shitting, pissing, and eating. That's literally it. Anyways, chat. That's just what I believe. That's just personally what I believe is the whole reasoning behind 3i Atlas. Well, the government shutdown. What's beyond? Top tiers. Seraphim, the highest ranking. Angelic realm. No, I don't believe in reincarnation. Doesn't make sense. Here, check this out. You know why I don't believe in reincarnation? Peep. Where is it? Anyways, if you look at my 23andMe video, look what it took for me to literally be here. What makes you think you have the right of a second chance when you're an anomaly in the first place? How does that work? Like, excuse me? You said reincarnation is possible, but extremely improbable. And even with the matter of composing surface, it just doesn't make sense. Why would you be born? Like, put it like this. There's too many worthless NPCs that are born to get a reincarnation chance. What gives you the right as a human being to think that there's a possible chance you can do this shit again? Like, who the fuck are you? When you sit around, when so many people sit around wasting their fucking time, doing nothing, right? Just being fucking NPCs. And to even fathom the fact that you think there's a way you can be reincarnated to even a morsel, to be reincarnated as an ant on this planet and see this world again is crazy to me. You know how many people on accident, you know how many people met via serendipity just so we could sit here and chat? Like, all of us being in this perfect place and time is an accident. It's a fucking anomaly. Like, it's something that is a one of one thing. So something that's a one of one thing, and it's a I can go as many O's as I want, 0.1% chance, 1 in a quadrillion chance for you to be here. What even gives you the idea of reincarnation? To even be reincarnated to a fucking ant. I just personally, I don't believe it at all. I think it's a complete joke. I think it's arrogant of a human being to even possibly fathom thinking you get a second chance. I said quadrillion just because I want to make it sound like the most infinite number possible. I really strongly believe you get one fucking shot. What happens after death? You're gone. You think Nipsey Hussle's soul's just floating around somewhere and he's just chilling with Tupac somewhere? Bro, you're gone. Do I believe in karma? Absolutely. I feel like when you do evil shit, the universe will spin the block on you. I'm a prime example. There was a lot of things I did way before I was LowTierGod in my earlier years, right? Oh, the universe definitely spun the block on me. For sure. I used to never believe in karma. It's real. Key and point being, just look at the people of power in history. Everybody gets fucked over. Anybody in history that did fucked up shit, their demise was always fucked up, was it not? We're talking about the people who committed genocide, the drug lords, the this, to that. Oh yeah, the universe spins the block and gets you. So if you're one of these sitting around, even at the lowest scale, you know karma will even come back and get you on the lowest scale, right? If you're just sitting around, just envying somebody, trying to tear somebody down. I don't care who it is. I don't even need to throw me an example. I don't think you need to use my fucking self as an example. If you tease, put it like this. Let's just say this. Let's bring it down real small. If you're somebody who grew up teasing kids, right? Clowning kids for having fucked up shoes, for having fucked up clothes, so on and so forth. You know karma will come get your ass too. Like, all those guys used to try to tease me for my Nikes and shit like that back in the day. Niggas are bums now when I see them. Look miserable in the fucking face. Lives in shit mode. Complete fucking squeegees, bots. I know one personally too. Bro, this guy, I told you, there was this guy, bro, I'll never forget. It was some Christmas when I was a kid when the fucking Razor scooters came up. I'll never forget that Christmas because I remember we all went outside and he came over on his scooter because he used to get everything. When we were kids, this nigga got everything. Like, they got lit Christmases, everything. Jordans, Timbs, all that shit, right? I'll never forget. Came over with his scooter with the rest of the rugs. Like, shit, what'd y'all get? Because he already knew we didn't get shit like that. That same nigga that got everything used to tease the fuck out of me, tease the fuck out of everybody else. Bro, that nigga's a fiend now. And he even admitted it. Like I said, he admitted it. I used to see him at the gym. He's like, damn, man. He's like, man, remember when I used to tease you, bro? He's like, man, look at me now. I'm all fucked up. He's like, look at you. He's like, you look hella healthy, bro. He's like, look how the nigga literally admitted, look how the tables have turned. He literally said that to me. Like, no bullshit. I got goosebumps when I said it because I'm like, damn, this really, like, me, I never, like, me, like, I never had no animosity towards him or anything like that. They're kids, right? But he just pointed out the fact that he's fucked up now and I'm not. Did I forgive him? I never had anything against him. I mean, I gave him like a few hundred that summer because I just felt sorry for him. Like my last depiction of him is not being on drugs, not looking extremely old, so on and so forth. Karma comes and spins the block on you. If you just pump evil out 24/7, karma's gonna come get your ass. If you're somebody that sits around talking about 24/7, trying to tear him down, trying to say negative things about him, shit like that, karma will come get you. You try to spread propaganda about people, even in your own personal lives, karma will come get you. Karma will spin the block on you.
If you ever want to know what it feels like to not exist, it's happened already. It was the day before you were born. Reincarnation can't exist, as it would imply that you always existed.
I mean, I do believe in the multiverse, though. That I do believe in. It's a different subject, though. Just like we banned quite a few people tonight. Karma's gonna come get your ass. Matter of fact, it already did. You're worthless. You know what I'm saying? Like, the people that we gotta ban here nightly that literally are programmed and they were born to come in my stream and spread negativity that pop in through auto mod, your life already sucks. You're living in karma. You'll never flourish because your prime focus is on a stranger. How can you flourish if your prime focus is on a stranger? How can you flourish if you're just a nigga that just sits around focusing on just 24/7, but you're not focusing on what's gonna make you better in life? I could just go down the list: drugs, alcohol, so on and so forth. That's why I said I was not gonna respond to bots and peons anymore, because I realized that these people were born for nothing. They're living in karma. These people don't know me yet. Come to my stream daily to try to spread hate and fake propaganda and bullshit. And they're gonna reap what they sow. Do I have any childhood friends betray me in the past? Absolutely. I've already told those stories. I'll just tell you this. Anybody from my past that knew me in my past life that could say anything negative about me is miserable in life now. I promise you that. They're not doing well. You're bums. Miserable. I don't know anybody from my past life that I've interacted with on any level and had a quote unquote negative head bumping with that's doing better, that's doing well. They have no direction. They're worthless. Too hyper focused on me. If you could say something negative about me, you're upset because I've accomplished something in life, even at the smallest picogram of a scale. I've done something that those bum ass could never. Where do you go after you die? The soul blender. Like, imagine harboring onto some shit. It could be anybody. Imagine harboring onto some shit over a decade ago, harboring over some shit when you were 15. You still hate motherfuckers. You're still hating a motherfucker from 15, 16 years old. Your life's ass. Put it like this. If you had $15 million, would you give a fuck about anything that happened in your past right now? Anybody who betrayed you, any bitch that fucked you over, whatever gifts you never got for Christmas as a kid, you wouldn't give two flying fucks. You know why? Because you're doing well. You don't give a fuck. So you don't have time to harbor old shit because you don't give two shits. Because you're doing well. You're living your personal purpose. That's why people are miserable and hold on to the past, because their lives are fucking miserable. They're doing nothing. Like, you ever had, like, if there's ever somebody you know that's harboring onto some shit from over a decade ago, you're miserable. Your life fucking sucks. You look in the mirror, you hate what you see. You wake up, you don't have any direction. You're fucking worthless. And that's not even me saying you're worthless. That's you showing yourself that you're worthless. You're living it. Like me, I can't think of one person right now I just like hate, where I could just like be like, damn, I hate that motherfucker. Not one single person, because I don't give a fuck enough. The environment could contribute to the psyche of people. Yup, the Rog virus. What if they kill a family member? That's a different story. I gotta get my get back. Even if I'm not gonna calm you, I gotta get my get back. I don't hate KB Lamb. I just think he's untalented. I never said I hated KB Lamb. I just said he's untalented as I don't hate the man at all. Why would I hate somebody I don't personally know? It doesn't make any sense. I just don't think he's talented. There's a difference. People like that have unsolved trauma. That's because they're not doing anything in life that's flourishing. That's why. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't hate the guy. I still think he's untalented regardless. Whatever he does on camera, that's what he's famous for. You see how somebody posted a comment that they're harboring onto some shit from over 10 years ago. My point exactly. It came in through auto mod.